Okay, guys, after much delay, I'm going to finally do this review of the VEYZ sustainer pickups. I was saying VEYZ, V-E-Y-Z, but I heard someone say VEYZ, so I'm going with VEYZ. This is them here. I'll put that info back up there. I found them on eBay. There's not much out there in terms of reviews, so I figured I would put a review out there and give everyone my experience with them. I found them on eBay. I think they list for like about $130, which I think is about half of what the Sustainiac goes for. I actually ordered 3 of them. This guy or gal was very responsive. I don't know, like I said, the info I put up there is specifically for this person, I believe, who is probably a rep, and I have no idea if they're still available. These people, these sales reps, I don't want to say they're fly by night, but they're maybe here today, gone tomorrow. At least with the Chipsons, I know that's the case. These guys are in Indonesia, so I don't know. But anyway, he was very attentive, and I'm not sure what time it is compared to what time it is here in Southern California, in Indonesia. But no matter what time I texted him, because there was quite a bit of back and forth, because I ordered stuff that he didn't have actually listed. He said he'd get me anything he wanted, so basically there was a little bit of back and forth in terms of what exactly I wanted, and he was, you know, like I said, no matter what time, morning or night, when I would message him through the eBay platform, he would get right back to me. So he or she, but I'm pretty sure it's a guy. So anyway, he got the order right. I ordered the type that has the sustainer pickup and then also an operational single coil pickup. Because you can get them where it's just the single coil sized, just the sustainer. Or you can get it with a double coil, like a hot rail type of double coil next to it. But I specifically wanted the option to have a real single coil in the front. I never think like the split coils ever really, or tapped coils ever really sound that good. I wanted a real single coil. It makes it more functional. There's a double coil in the back and a single coil in the front. So it gave me more tonal options. And like I said, he got that all right. And got it to me really quick. So in terms of the buying process, I give it, 5 out of 5 stars. I didn't really have a problem with it at any point in ordering or getting them here. In terms of the install is pretty straightforward. There's only 3 wires to solder. And I mean, obviously you need to know how to solder, and you need to know your way around the control cavity of a guitar. But if you are, then it's pretty straightforward. So there's a bridge, a neck, and a ground wire. And you just basically put them at the same place where your bridge and your neck pickup are soldered to, in terms of on the switch, whatever type of switch you have. And I believe how it works is it needs the bridge pickup to operate. It causes these 2 parts in the front of the sustainer, the 2 rails, create the vibration and the magnetic field and the vibration, and then he still uses the back pickup to conduct the sound in and out of the guitar. So I think that's how it works. So like I said, you got 3 wires to solder. Then you got to drill 2 holes for these mini toggle switches. 2 holes for the toggle switches, and there's a 9-volt battery that needs to find a home. This guitar has a pretty big control cavity and only has the just the volume pot and the 5-way blade or only had the 5-way or the 3-way blade actually, and the volume pot. So there was plenty of space. I was able to squeeze the battery in there, as well as the toggles. They're mini toggle switches. They also take up not a lot of space. So, and then the one cool thing, when you turn it on, the light comes on. You guys can catch that, but Looks better in person, I promise. But and then in terms of the operation of them, it claims to basically do the same. And I've never had a Sustainiac, so I'm somewhat speaking blindly on this. But I know the Sustainiac, what it allows you to do is do a natural, whether just the natural note that you're playing sustains, or you can make a switch and it's the harmonic of that note sustains, or you can have a mix of those two. And I believe the Sustainiac does successfully accomplish that from what I've seen on reviews. This one claims to allow the same operation, but it's falling short from what I can, from what I've been able to get out of it. And I've been messing with it for a few months now. As soon as you turn it on, it'll start sustaining. Now what's sustaining is just the low E string right now. It is ringing out in E, but that's not really the natural note. This is supposed to be the natural note sustaining, but that's like the harmonic. If you fret a note, it is also still in, playing the note that you're fretting. But that's still more of the harmonic than a natural note. There's no way to really just make the note you're playing sustain really longer. It's always going to be that harmonic. And then, so that's really just the E string ringing out. If you mute the E string, then the A string will ring out. Also in tune, or also that's A. Change, plays the note that you're fretting. It'll play that note. I think it's only basically like one string at a time that's gonna ring out. So, I'm muting the E string. Now if I mute both the E and the A, the D string doesn't really do it. If you hit the note, it's not really doing anything with that. So it's really just working on the top two strings. Now in terms of installing the actual pickup there, when they're part of the operation instructions that they give you, some of what they say is that it works better on the higher frets, which didn't make any sense to me. I was like, well, why would it work better on the higher frets? That doesn't, make any sense. But in fact, when you're at the higher frets, it's getting the string closer to the field right there. So it does work a little bit better closer down there. And that basically means that you want to get this the pickup as close to the strings as possible to make it work as strong as to get the effect as strong as it can be. Now obviously you can't get it too close to where it mutes out the strings, where the strings hit it, but you got to get pretty close. And see, now I have the D string down there really close to it. But it's still not having any effect on it. So it's really just the E and the A, and that's in what's supposed to be the natural harmonic. But it does work, it does a thing. You can make music with it. It does a thing, so it functions. And then if you switch to what's supposed to be the harmonic, it's just more like a higher pitched, almost just like a feedback. It'll start playing in a note, and then after that it just becomes noise. And it says that's E right there, so. But anyway, it's mostly, that one's less musical, I would say. You're not really getting notes out of it. I think it's not even really necessarily coming from the strings. It's just a feedback of some sort that's coming from whatever's happening. So that's not, you could use it. And I know if you going without an amp on stage, maybe you need a way to get feedback. That would be the way to get feedback, but I'm gonna turn that off. Back to the regular. Turn the whole thing off. So it works to a point. Then you do get a decent single coil tone from the front pickup. So there's that, and that's kind of what sold it for me to keep it in there. As I said, the sustainer part does something. You know, it makes noises, and you can do something with it. Especially, I have this kill switch in here, and the single coil sounds decent. So it's functional for me. I'm gonna maybe get a real Sustainiac, do a review and maybe a comparison, but I'm pretty sure this thing's gonna lose. But you know, you get what you pay for. I actually have a bunch of them. I'm gonna put them in a couple different guitars. I got this Chinese headless. I guess it's a knockoff. It looks really similar to one of the Kiesel models. I got a few of them. I'm gonna do a couple different color motifs, refurbish them, or you know, get them set up and playable, because when they come in they're not playable at all. And I'm gonna do a review on those next. So anyways, that's the VEYZ Sustainer pickup. It's okay. I'm gonna give it probably I don't know, 2.5 out of 5. You know, it does something. It doesn't, if they didn't claim all that, you know, I wouldn't maybe bang on it as hard, but you know, it says it can do all those things and it's not. Or I'm not able to get it out of there yet. So maybe this will get to the people over there at VEYZ, and they'll tell me, for one, how to pronounce the company name, and for two, if there is a way to make it work closer to how it's supposed to. I don't know. That's it. I'm out.